Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Monday and welcome back. I hope your new year is off to a good start. I feel like mine is. January is not necessarily my favorite month of the year, but I definitely love turning over a new leaf, and I always think that the start of a new year is an amazing opportunity to sort of reevaluate and make goals for yourself and just kind of start fresh and hit the ground running. And I'm very excited to see what this year is going to bring. And I have some exciting things that are going to be happening here on my channel that I can't wait to share with you. I am going to be uploading for the first couple weeks here in January my favorites from 2021. So I have, today we're doing hair care tools. On Wednesday, I plan on sharing like my favorite hair like styling products, shampoos, things like that. And then I'll also do favorites for skincare, body care, makeup, things like that. So that's what we have coming for the first few, probably only about 2 weeks here in January. I am trying a slightly different filming schedule for the first couple months of the year just to see how it goes. I really love having this channel, and I have no intention of quitting anytime soon or letting go of it or anything like that. But I just thought it might be kind of neat to try a different upload schedule. So on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I will upload my regular beauty, skincare, body care, hair care content. And then on Saturdays and Sundays, I still intend on doing my home fragrance content. And then especially at the start of the year here, I am going to be plugging in some just individual candle reviews on Tuesdays and Thursdays for the first couple of weeks as I get through my top fives from my favorite candle companies from the last year. So just a slight change in the format, nothing super major. And I'm going to reevaluate after a couple months and see how things are going, if you guys are liking the new upload schedule. I do think I will probably try to stick with the Monday, Wednesday, Friday for beauty content. Only because in looking at my analytics for the last year, like, that particular part of my channel hasn't done super crazy well. I know a lot of you are still watching it and still very much enjoying it. I love that, and I love doing it, which is why I'm going to keep doing it, even though the analytics say this isn't worth your while. But really, truly, this continues to be a hobby and an outlet and something fun for me, and I just love the engagement with you guys. So I'm going to keep going with it. I'm just going to pull back on it a little bit and see if that, makes a difference in some kind of way. And if it doesn't, that's okay too. I just think it's fun to try new things from time to time. So, you guys, just a little bit of like a blurb there for you at the beginning of the video. But today I want to share my favorite hair care tools from 2021. I have 5 different things that I used on a fairly regular basis. A couple of these things I only used on special occasions. If you are new here to my channel, this is my natural hair color. I went gray pretty early in life, and probably around 25 is when I started noticing it, and I just went for years and years and years trying to cover up the gray. And luckily I had blonde hair, so it made it a little easier to cover the gray up, but at the same time it damaged my hair a lot. And so by the time that I got to my mid-30s, I thought, I just am tired of this. I just want to have a natural hair color again. And so I have a whole gray hair series here on my channel if you're interested. But basically, I just got tired of coloring it and quit. And this is what I'm left with. So my hair type, by the way, if you're curious, just so you know kind of why these things work for me, I have very fine, very thin, very straight hair. I don't need to straighten this. It is pencil straight on its own. I know that a lot of you crave super straight hair. I crave huge, crazy curls. It's just not my lot in life. But I try to work with what I'm given here. So that's just a little something about my hair. I love my gray hair, by the way. If you're someone who's going to comment, it ages you, or you look like you're 80, which is my favorite comment to get. I don't look 80. Not even remotely close. And there's nothing wrong with looking like you're 80, but at the same time, it's just like, people that leave comments like that, they're just doing it to either get a reaction or to be hurtful. And I hope those people find a therapist to work with, because it just seems like a strange thing to do. But anyway, you guys, let's get into the faves. I will, as always, put links to these things in the description box down below. So if you want to know where to purchase them, read up more about them, read other people's reviews or experiences with these products, all that information will always be in the description box down below. So I'm going to get started with a hair dryer. Now, this is actually my second Blow Pro hair dryer that I've had. I just got this new one this year. My very first one lasted several years, and through many times of me dropping it either on the counter, in my sink, or on the floor. And I can tell you, as someone who is very regularly like kind of clumsy and dropping stuff, I was impressed with how well that hair dryer held up. I mean, I had cracks in it and it still worked fine. I don't know if I should have still been using it with all the cracks it had in it, but eventually I was like, okay, it's probably time to replace this thing. This particular hair dryer is the best that I have found in terms of hair dryer brands. I've tried all the cheap ones from Conair, Revlon, you know, all the ones that you can get at the drugstore. I've even tried the T3 hair dryer, didn't love that, and that one was more expensive than this. But what I love about this is that it has, the temperature gives you a high, medium, and low option. The high is hot, but it's not too hot. I try to be very gentle with my hair because I want to take good care of it. I love it and I want it to look its best. I am a daily hair washer, by the way, because I do have an oilier scalp. It's not nearly as oily as it used to be. That is the one thing that is regulating itself a little bit more, is that I don't have the oiliest scalp. I still have a pretty oily face, but it's not as bad either. So yay to aging, right? Like that's a bonus. But I do still love washing my hair every single day, so I use a hair dryer every single day. This one has been the best. It has a high and low option for the speed. It dries my hair very quickly. It never feels like it's drying it out. I love the little directional nozzle here. This one, I think this was some limited edition packaging. It's got these cute little lipstick kisses, and then there's the little directional thing. I don't know what this is called. I'm not a hairstylist, but this little thing is obviously in the shape of lips, which I just thought was adorable. But anyway, I love this hair dryer. It also comes with a crazy, crazy long, I mean, the cord on this thing is insane. So if you want to walk around your bathroom while you're drying your hair, you can do that. I have done that in the past to feed Penny while I'm blow drying my hair, her food dishes in our bathroom. But it's just a really great one. I just love how gentle it is. I love how effective it is in terms of drying my hair pretty quickly. And the cool shot on this, I think, is my favorite thing because it actually feels like very cold air coming out of it. So it is a true, almost like a blast of air conditioning to your hair. And that certainly helps to set a style if that's something that's important to you. I will usually finish off my blow dry with just holding this thing down, cools my hair back down and makes it shiny and just great. All right, this year I uploaded a couple pictures on my Instagram where I had wavy hair, and this was what I used to achieve that wave. This is just a plain old barrel. I think they call this like a barrel. No, this isn't a barrel. It's just a waver, you guys. It's nice because you can lock it, by the way, so you can unlock it and that's how it opens here. But this gives me a really nice deep wave. It's very easy to use. It's quick. The waves look really awesome. And I like that I can adjust the temperature. You have a little switch here that you can toggle back and forth to either set it to its highest setting or to its lowest. I kind of keep it right in the middle, and that's been great for my hair. Again, this isn't something that I use on a super regular basis, but when Craig and I go out for date nights, I really love doing my hair a little bit more fancy-like. This just gives me a fun wave. It adds some texture into my pencil straight hair, and it's fun for me. You know, when you are someone who has naturally straight hair, hair texture, different hair textures are very like appealing to you, because you're like, oh, I would love to wake up and just have this instead of having to spend, you know, 10, 15 minutes essentially crimping my hair to get just a little bit of a wave in it. But this works great. It holds the wave a good amount of time, and I feel like it's not too hot. I feel like this has never damaged my hair. You can get, I mean, they have different wavers of, you know, like different types, but this is the one that I really prefer, kind of that one like deep wave, and it just provides like that effect apparently to my hair. Anyway, this is great. It's not super expensive. Love that. Another product that I use not super regularly, but sometimes, and I've had this for a few years now. I love this thing. This is Rudy the Root Lifter. I'm not sure they still call it this, but this is a really great device, you guys, because again, if you have fine, straight, thin hair like mine, what the intention of this is, you can see it's just a waffle crimper. So what you do is you put your hair how you want it in terms of where you want it parted, and then you take the top part of your hair. I'm just going to roughly show you. This is not plugged in, so it's not going to crimp it, but you move that over, and then you go in and you just crimp at the roots. You just hold it for like a couple of seconds, and then I do move down one length, and it creates a crimp in your hair. And don't do it too close to the outside here, because then you'll see that little crimp. So go in just a little ways, and then you lay your hair over top. And what that does is it gives your hair a lot more body and volume, and it's a really easy way to do it. And if you like hair with a little bit of oomph like I do, this is really great little investment. I'm sure there's other brands out there. This was the first one that I found. Could you use a regular hair crimper? Probably, but I really like the size of this one. It's very precise. And I do think this waffle texture makes a difference. I used to have a hair crimper. I got rid of it last year at one point, and I tried the hair crimper that has, you know, just the little waves in it versus this waffle, and I could see the waves through my hair. I cannot see these waffle pieces through the hair that sits over top. I just think this is an amazing device, totally worth the price point. Love it. And again, if you're like me, she's a good one. All right, this one here was, I actually got this from a girlfriend who didn't like this thing. She used it once and was like, I don't like this, do you want it? This is the Revlon, gosh, what do they even call this thing? It's InStyle? No, that's not, that's InStyler is a separate thing. I don't know. I'll try to find the name of it. I'll link it down below. I think Costco actually has one of these out right now. It's the newest version of this. I think it's a little bit smaller, but I actually really like this original one. I will say I never use it on the high setting. I only use it on the low. And another drawback is that this is pretty loud. It's loud, but does it give me an amazing blowout? Oh my God, yes. So I dry my hair partially with my Blow Pro, or the other thing I'm going to show you here in a second. And then I will go through and start at the root and just really pull my hair up and out. And it just creates the most beautiful shine and finish to my hair. It takes any of like the flyaways away. It gives a beautiful blowout. It just does. Now there are lots of different brands other than Revlon that are doing this particular device. I think this is the most affordable option. Dry Bar has one. I'm sure Bedhead or TG probably has one. There's so many of these on the market at this point. I don't know if they're all the same. I've only tried this one. I would certainly be interested in this year maybe picking up a different one from another brand, just to see if their low and high setting is, one, a little bit more quiet, because this one does sound like an airplane taking off. And two, if the high is a little bit more comfortable. The low actually works just fine. The low to me would be what I would expect the high to be. There's a cool option as well, and I've used that too, and this is just a great device. This really works. I like it a lot. I would definitely recommend checking something like that out. Even if you prefer a different brand, it is definitely effective. The last thing I'm going to show you guys was a huge investment for me, and I only picked this up towards the latter part of 2021. I have used it multiple times now. I'm not really comfortable showing up on camera with the curls that I'm creating quite yet because I'm still very messy at it, but this thing works, and it was absolutely worth the investment for me. It's crazy expensive. You don't need it. You don't need this thing. I just have always wanted to try it, and so I splurged on it this year. I used a lot of my Ulta points to get a couple $100 off of this device, but it still ended up being right around $300 after taking those, you know, like $220 or $230 off. It's the Dyson. Yeah. Okay, so the main thing that I really love about this thing, the Dyson Air Wrap, if you will, I love the hair dryer portion of this. This is such a powerful little hair dryer. Now, if you have really thick, massive hair, this is probably not going to be the hair dryer for you, but I would definitely recommend looking into the Dyson if you like the technology of this, because it's very gentle, it's very effective, it dries my hair quickly, it hasn't damaged it. I like this a lot. In fact, there are days where I literally one day will use the Blow Pro and then this the next and just kind of go back and forth. I do really love, I love this attachment. Well, actually I have the two that came. There's two of each because there's obviously, you know, there's directional things. And then I also purchased the really thin, option here, or attachment for a much tighter curl. I've played with this a couple times. I think I prefer this out of the two bigger ones, but the curls stay. They just don't look super nice because I'm still like missing pieces, or I'm still trying to figure it out. This is one of those devices that has a huge learning curve along with it. But what I've really enjoyed is this, and I'm really proud of myself for how clean I've kept it every time that I have used this. In fact, I should get better about cleaning the hair out of this one. Every time I've used this, I've taken my little comb that has like a pick at the end, and I've taken all the hair out of it. But this is also really nice for a blowout. This doesn't give me quite as much body as this one does. I'm not quite sure why. It might be the size difference in the barrels here, but this gives me a really smooth, sleek blowout. I love this. And I actually really like this attachment too. If I'm going for that like center part that I like to do sometimes where my hair is very straight, this has been fantastic for smoothing my hair out. And again, it's gentle. I just really like this device, you guys. Do I think that you have to have it? No, I don't think that you have to have it. And, you know, if you can get it on a good deal, definitely save those Ulta points. Most of the coupons that Ulta puts out these days exclude the Dyson from saving 20%. In fact, when I got my 20% off during the holidays, I was like, oh shoot, I should have waited. But then I looked at the coupon and it said not for use on Dyson anyway. So I'm glad I bought this when I did. Was it worth the investment? For me, yes, but I do not think that it's something that everybody has to have. But for me, this was something that I splurged on this year and I've really enjoyed playing with. I am not a master at it quite yet, but it works really well. What it does do is it allows me to get an easy curl in my hair. The curls actually stay put a decent amount of time. Yeah, I mean, I use styling products, like don't get me wrong. If I just use this thing straight on my hair without any heat protection or without any volumizing spray or anything like that, I don't think this would hold my curl quite as well. But with the styling products, much better than even something like this. I mean, I have these traditional curling irons as well. This one is just like the barrel. This one has a clip on it. Those don't hold a curl for me at all. Like within 5 minutes, that is out of my hair. So you guys, that's it. These are my top 5 hair tools of 2020 on 2021. Geez, I keep thinking that last year was 2020. It's not. It was 2021. I think it flew by so fast for me that it's just thrown me off. But anyway, on Wednesday, we are going to be talking about my favorite hair care products. So we're talking shampoos, conditioners, hair masks. We're talking styling products, things like that. It's really hard for me to narrow it down to the top 5, but I'm going to. And I'm sure some of you are going to be like, but what about? I'm just trying to keep it to top 5. So I'm literally sometimes having to go eeny, meeny, miny, mo to just pick one. So if there's something that you don't see, don't think I didn't love that device or that particular hair care product. I did. I was just trying to narrow it down. So anyway, I will see you guys on Wednesday for that. And have a great start to your first Monday of the new year. I hope it's productive. I hope you're having a great day. Please subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.